Welcome to Study Abroad 101. This video is a great introduction for anyone interested in studying abroad at TCU. Whether you are interested in learning about programs, scholarships, or the application process, we'll cover all the basics to help you start your study abroad story. Throughout this video, we're going to show you how to navigate through our website so you can refer back to any of the topics covered. You can find our website at studyabroad.tcu.edu. On our homepage, you can find our most recent updates and important events listed here. For quick reference, you can find deadlines and various info sessions posted under our upcoming events section here. To begin, we'll start with a review of programs. In this video, we'll go over all program options. However, if you are interested in one of our semester programs, be sure to watch our additional videos on our TCU-In programs linked on our website and on our YouTube page below. At TCU, we have over 350 study abroad programs in 60 countries around the world. You can find all of these programs listed by term or type of program through this drop-down button here, or just by clicking on programs. You can see that we offer a number of different types of programs, including TCU-In Semester Abroad programs, TCU short-term and summer programs, special opportunities like our TCU Global Academy, and summer internships that are going to be offered through our TCU-Approved programs. We'll start off with a review of the TCU Global Academy and jump right into our TCU short-term and summer opportunities as well. The TCU Global Academy is an innovative study abroad program that allows TCU students to study global issues through hands-on experiences in either Panama or Cape Town, South Africa. These two programs are unique in that they go abroad during two different terms. The Panama program goes abroad during spring break, and the Cape Town, South Africa program goes abroad during the Maymester term. In Panama, students will focus on issues surrounding sustainability and community development, while in Cape Town, students focus on education, women's empowerment, and wildlife conservation efforts with a visit to a wild game reserve. A unique aspect of this program is that students are required to take an on-campus course before taking part in the international experience. Under this Courses tab here, you can see that students will earn a total of 3 credits through the program. 1 hour comes from the on-campus course, and the additional 2 hours from the engagement abroad. This is an interdisciplinary program and course, so it's open to all majors, and students can expect to earn the GA Global Awareness credit for core, or if you're a sustainability minor, you could earn minor credit with your department's approval. A great perk of taking the on-campus course is getting to know more about the history and global issues you'll face on site. But on top of that, it's also a great opportunity to get to know your classmates that you'll be traveling with. More information on dates, costs, and housing will be listed in these 2 tabs for the programs here. However, one major thing to point out about the Global Academy programs is that all students who apply are eligible to receive additional scholarship funds. This program is open to all students, and we want to ensure accessibility by providing additional scholarships to any student who does apply. Because this is a short-term program, it's a great fit for anyone who's never been abroad before. Many students who do participate in the Global Academy programs end up going abroad multiple times. It's also a great program for anyone who wants to make a difference in their global communities and make an impact as a frog abroad. To apply, you can find more information on the application and deadline here, and even more FAQs below. Next, we'll go ahead and look at more of our summer and short-term programs through our TCU short-term programs here. If you are interested in going abroad for a summer or Maymester term, you can find TCU short-term faculty-led programs here. Each year, TCU offers 15 to 20 different summer and short-term programs that vary in location, time spent abroad, and area of study. The variety of programs helps to offer an opportunity for every TCU student. It is important to know, though, that programs do change every summer, so there's no guarantee that certain programs will be offered in future terms. In the table on this page, you can find a list of previous program examples. On our website, you can organize the table by term, course or group, and credit hours. Students typically take 3 or 6 credit hours on these programs, and as you can see, the areas of study do vary per location and program. Another thing to note about these summer faculty-led programs is that many will offer TCU core credit. For example, we'll look at the Canadian Theatre Festival's Experience program. Once you click on this drop-down here, each program will provide a short description, the dates of the program, and any academic attributes. For example, if I knew that I needed to take a writing emphasis, or a fine arts credit, or a cultural awareness credit for TCU Core, I would figure that this program would be a great fit for my academic needs. However, some programs will require prerequisites, so it's important to read all the details listed here. More program information can be found by clicking on this button, View Program Details, which is also where you would begin the application process. You can review any of these programs here to determine if they'd be a good fit for your academic needs, but know that on any of these programs, you're guaranteed to go with a group of TCU students, a faculty leader, and you may have the opportunity to earn academic credit for TCU Core. Now moving on, we've explored the Global Academy. Time to look at TCU-approved summer programs and internships abroad. If you've ever considered working abroad or wondered if it's possible to both study abroad and pursue an internship, these international internships are a great opportunity for any TCU student to participate in. Full-time internships are available throughout the summer through TCU-approved programs offered by IES Abroad, CIEE, and SIT Study Abroad. Summer internships through the TCU-approved programs allow students to work full-time during the summer while taking an academic course. The academic course ranges from 3 to 9 hours, and internships are unpaid. This table here allows you to search by country and credit hour, and you can see more information by clicking the drop-down for each program. Students who apply for an internship abroad will work with an internship coordinator in their location abroad. This coordinator will help review their resume, cover letter, and facilitate matches with employers. Students can request an internship placement in their field of interest, but it's important to know that they cannot request a certain company or a specific position. The match is completed with an online interview, and our staff will then help you prepare for your internship abroad. Feel free to browse through any of these programs, but if you like the idea of a more independent study abroad experience, you'll also want to check out our TCU-approved summer study abroad programs. Here, TCU-approved programs are offered through partnerships with IES Abroad, CIEE, and SIT Study Abroad. These study abroad organizations partner with TCU and various other institutions that allow their students to study on their programs and earn academic credit. TCU has selected a portfolio of programs offered by these 3 partners to give TCU students a wider variety of summer program opportunities. The TCU-approved programs differ from TCU faculty-led programs in that they are more independent. Students who apply for a TCU-approved program are not guaranteed to study abroad with other TCU students. These students are more likely to take courses and live with other students from outside institutions. However, these programs function similarly to the TCU-led programs, where your courses abroad still return to TCU as in-residency credit, and you are still able to apply for TCU Study Abroad summer scholarships. The best way to navigate through these programs is through this sidebar here, where you can find the list of approved programs by region, or you can navigate through the program search tool here. The program search is an easy tool to use when looking for TCU Study Abroad programs. You can narrow your search by program name, term, or if you have a specific city, country, or region in mind, you can narrow down that way as well. To find TCU's list of summer approved programs, we're just going to select summer for the term here. The search results will show TCU faculty-led programs, which were noted by the star, and TCU-approved programs, which you will see noted by CIE, IS Abroad, and SIT Study Abroad in the title of the program. As you can see, there are lots and lots of options to choose from. To help you narrow down, you can narrow by city, country, or region. To learn more about a program, you can click on the title, which will take you to an online brochure. Each program brochure will include a program description and further details. For more specific information, such as cost and courses, TCU-approved programs have a link to a special website specific to that program where you can find those details linked here. The program search function is great to use when searching for any type of program. Now that we've covered all of TCU's summer and short-term opportunities, we'll transition to TCU Semester Abroad programs. The TCU semester-long programs can be found under Programs and by selecting Semester Abroad here. TCU offers two different types of semester study abroad programs, allowing students to study abroad during their fall term, spring term, or the full academic year. In all programs, students receive TCU credit, pay TCU tuition, and can use their TCU financial aid and scholarships. As you can see, the program types are divided into TCU-In programs and TCU-Approved programs. As mentioned earlier, the TCU-Approved programs are sponsored by IS Abroad, CIE, and SIT Study Abroad. These programs allow students to study in various regions of the world while earning academic credit at TCU. The TCU-In programs listed here are managed by the Center for International Studies and provide the opportunity for students to study abroad as a cohort and take courses directly at a local university in one of these 7 locations. Program information varies by location, but we'll share a brief overview of our TCU in Rome program as an example. To begin, each TCU-In program will have the same drop-down tabs titled Overview, Course Info, Housing, Cost, Scholarships, Program Dates, and How to Apply. You can find each program's specific details through the program links in this sidebar here. The overview for the TCU in Rome program includes specific details about the location and host university. It is important to know that TCU students who do participate in these programs do not attend a TCU school or a TCU center on site. Instead, they enroll directly at the local universities, such as John Cabot University in Rome. The course tab here will describe the academic style and will typically include a link to the university's course schedule. The John Cabot link will give you an idea of what courses to take when you are applying for your study abroad term. However, it is not guaranteed that these courses listed for this specific term will be offered in future terms. Students participating in any of the TCU-In programs in Italy or Spain are required to take an Italian or Spanish course on site. The only program that does have a language prerequisite is TCU in Seville, Spain, where you must have at least 2 semesters worth of Spanish or the equivalent to apply. Housing does vary per program, but most programs will have one of 3 options: a residence hall close to the campus, a shared apartment with TCU students and possibly other university students, and a homestay, which is the option to live with a local family. Specifics on program housing can be found in this tab here. Cost and scholarships do vary per program as well. We'll go over a broad overview later in this video, but you can find specifics on program cost and scholarships in these 2 tabs here. The application process for TCU-In programs is fairly simple, but students are responsible for making sure that they do meet TCU's eligibility requirements. A majority of programs require a 2.8 GPA, with specific programs requiring a 2.9 or above. Students must have at least 2 semesters in residence at TCU by the start of the program and good academic and disciplinary standing at TCU. Program deadlines will also be listed in this tab. Each program application requires 3 to 5 steps, which can mostly be completed online. For application questions, you can always reach out to your study abroad advisor at TCU. Feel free to browse through any of our other TCU-In programs, but also remember that you can study abroad in a country outside of these 7 options through a TCU-Approved program. For more information on TCU-In semester-long programs, be sure to watch our semester programs video, which you can find on our YouTube page. That wraps up our overview of TCU's study abroad programs. Hopefully you aren't feeling too overwhelmed at the number of program options you have, but know that you do have options that will meet your travel interest and academic needs. Because costs do vary per program, it's easier to look at a broad overview of the cost structure, which can be found here. You can see that between the summer and semester-long cost, both will include the same components. We'll start by reviewing the summer cost model. Summer program cost will always include a program fee and TCU tuition. The program fee for summer will typically range between $2,000 and $4,000, and it will always cover the cost for housing. Depending on the program fee may also include some meals, group activities, or on-site transportation. Once a student is accepted into the program, they will confirm their participation by paying the $500 non-refundable first payment listed here. The remainder of the program fee will be billed to the student's account at a later time. TCU tuition is the second component of the cost breakdown listed here. The cost is dependent on how many credit hours a student will take abroad. In the summer, students typically take 1 or 2 classes for either 3 or 6 credit hours. You can find the current cost per credit hour here to determine your TCU tuition charge. Lastly, we'd like to remind students of additional expenses that are not included in their program fee, such as airfare, meals, books, and personal spending money. Each program has an estimated cost list that you can refer to when planning how much to budget for your summer study abroad program. The semester cost model is very similar to the summer programs model, where once a student is admitted to the program, they will pay a non-refundable first payment of $500 to confirm their participation. The program fee for semester-long programs ranges between $3,000 and $9,000, and this cost also covers housing. Depending on the program, it may also include additional excursions, cultural activities, or on-site transportation. The third component of TCU tuition for semester-long programs will always be the same rate that students pay for on-campus courses. One of the great benefits of going abroad for a semester is that if a student has existing financial aid that assists with their tuition while on campus, they can use that additional aid for their tuition when they study abroad for a semester. Finally, additional expenses for the semester are similar to the expenses detailed for summer programs. Students going abroad for a semester will also receive an estimated cost list to help them prepare for additional spending. This is a general overview of cost by term, but you can always find the specific cost for the program that you're looking for on that program's page or online brochure. Next, let's go over some scholarship opportunities that you can apply for here. On our Scholarships and Aid page, you can find a number of financial aid resources available to TCU study abroad students. Our scholarship list includes need-based scholarships, merit-based awards, and even program-specific scholarships. This page is organized to display TCU awards, including the Center for International Studies Scholarship that comes from our office, as well as scholarships for TCU-Approved programs, government-funded scholarships, and resources from external websites like diversityabroad.org. We encourage any and all students to apply for scholarships, as long as they meet the eligibility requirements listed in each scholarship's description. Be sure to keep up with deadlines too, as many scholarships have different deadlines than the program applications. As we reach the end of this presentation, we'd like to share some additional resources you might find helpful in your study abroad journey. The Student Resources tab here is meant specifically for you to help you navigate through advising and program selection, pre-departure and travel tips, and your post-study abroad return to TCU. For any questions you might have after this presentation, you can find quick answers within the Study Abroad Basics tab here. This page is in an FAQ style where you can find answers on exploring options, credits and classes, costs and scholarships, getting started, and even common travel questions. The Advising tab will provide various opportunities to learn about TCU Study Abroad through group advising or individual appointments. We've also provided a list of questions below that you should consider when meeting with your academic advisor or even your study abroad advisor. The How to Apply tab will give you an overview of eligibility requirements, deadlines, and the application process. Remember, though, to check your specific programs page for more details on any specific requirements or application steps. The remaining tabs better help prepare you for departure, such as providing packing tips, and will include information on health and safety and common student questions while abroad. Upon your return, you may want to check out the Returning to TCU tab for exciting opportunities like our photo contest, how to obtain your semester's study abroad graduation sash, and how you can apply your international experience professionally. We can't wait to hear all your stories and see where TCU will take you. If you have further questions regarding study abroad at TCU, feel free to contact us via phone or email at studyabroad@tcu.edu. You can also find us on social media at our handle @TCU Study Abroad. We look forward to helping you begin your study abroad story. Go Frogs!